Yardley raised the ante, pushing them all to lose more money. Foolish Breville asked for another card, not paying the slightest attention to the cards dealt or the behaviour of the fellow players. Breville didn't need to care about either. Dash remembered the days when there was no limit to money and the future shone bright. Not liking the turn of his thoughts, Dash threw his cards down and stood. It was time to leave. He had plans to attend to. "Dash, it's taken me all night to find you. I thought you gave up this place." Dash winced, hearing the disappointment in the familiar voice. He knew it was inevitable that Roddy would come looking for him. Dash thought he had more time before his friend attempted to save him from himself, again. Roddy, in his spotless dun breeches, polished hessians, and dark blue superfine wool jacket, epitomized the Earl of Clifton and respected statesman perfectly. His dishevelled blonde curls were at odds with the image of the serious man with serious responsibilities. "You're back from playing hero?" Roddy's head snapped back, giving Dash satisfaction that he had delivered the blow that he intended. "I've been back for months. Not that you would have noticed. You've obviously been distracted." Dash had followed all the news of Roddy and knew his friend had been at his country estate for the last months. What Dash didn't need right now was to have his perceptive friend interfering. Dash had made sure his friend was shielded from the dark side of diplomacy in this snake pit. Havisham's was no place for England's upcoming and much-needed honourable peer. Roddy's brief glance took in the entire scene. Dash's enormous losses on the table, the smell of alcohol in Dash's breath, and his unkempt, unshaven and wrinkled clothes, smelling of smoke and cheap perfume. "Come home with me. It's been too damn long." How easy it would be to leave this club to enjoy the company of one of the few good men in his life. But Dash had other business tonight. "I'm busy, Clifton." Roddy didn't react to Dash's use of his title or the dismissal. "But we have so much to catch up on." Roddy placed his hand on Dash's arm. "I want to hear all the news." "News?" Dash stepped back from the contact. "I have none. You see before you my news." He spread his hands to encompass the raucous haze filled with scoundrels, rakes, and ladies who weren't ladies. Dash wished he hadn't seen Roddy's look of pity before his friend forced his stiff upper lip and chippy voice. "Dita would like to see you. We are hosting a grand ball, and you must attend." If Perdita was a smart woman, and she was, she had no desire to ever see the likes of him again, unless Dash was tethered to a horse and being dragged through the street for public ridicule. Dita was a passionate woman who wouldn't forgive easily. He didn't want to think of Dita and her passionate nature. He had blocked out his past. It had all been an illusion where it needed to stay. And damn Roddy for hunting him down. He didn't want to remember. He was committed to forgetting and not revisiting the what-ifs. Dash crossed his ankles and leaned against his chair. He had hoped that Roddy's younger sister would have been married by now with a passel of children. There would have been a line of men wanting to marry the stunning, spirited woman if she hadn't been so blasted stubborn and left to her own devices too long. "I won't take no for an answer. You must attend Dita's debut ball. It's the first that she and I are hosting since my father's death. It would mean a great deal to us to have you attend." After what Dash had done and had become, Roddy couldn't possibly still harbour hope that Dash and Dita had a future together. Hadn't negotiating with the French dampened Roddy's belief in the goodness of mankind? Her brother should be concentrating on a match with a respectable man, a man who would have to be strong and patient to handle Dita, a man with a firm manner who would protect her from her tendency to run wild. The image of a firm hand on Dita's body had blood rushing through his veins, stirring desire he hadn't acknowledged in years. Damn Roddy again for showing up and igniting his need to speak with her. She had grown into a beautiful, vivacious woman over the last 3 years, fulfilling the promising potential.